Hello and welcome to We Gamers Matter Gaming Essentials, where we talk about a variety of gaming stories, history, and theory of a particular game or games. The game we are talking about today is one of my favorites, and if you have played it too, there's a big chance that it's in your list of favorites. Judging from the gameplay in the video, I think you figured out which game I'm going to talk about: Metal Slug series, or just simply Metal Slug. Metal Slug is a run-and-gun arcade video game developed by SNK, a Japanese video game hardware and software company. SNK is also famous for other arcade games like The Last Blade, Ikari Warriors, Fatal Fury, SNK vs Capcom, and the infamous King of Fighters, which we will talk about in another episode. Well, what's the story about and how is the game played? The story is focused on a small group of soldiers called the Peregrine Falcon Squad who fight a large organization of a rebel army as well as aliens and other weird forces that try to take over and dominate the world. So how the game is played, it's pretty straightforward. The player starts the game with a basic handgun with countless of bullets and 10 grenades. As you progress in the game, you get to unlock, or I should say, find and pick a new gun, but unfortunately, the game only allows you to carry just one gun at a time. So, if you find a new gun that you are not interested in having, just ignore it or just jump around it. When you run out from ammunition, the game reverts you to using a handgun, which I have mentioned earlier has unlimited ammunition. However, in Metal Slug 6, the game implemented a new system where it allows you to carry and switch up between two weapons as well as going back to the first handgun that they give you. Typically you will be playing 5 to 7 levels depending on which game version of the series you're playing. At the end of each stage, you will be facing the final boss, which could really be a pain to beat. I used to play the game at the arcades, and because I didn't want to spend more money, I would really try so hard not to die and save up my characters' lives as long as I can, which you're given 3 of them and can't add up to them. In the first Metal Slug, players were only able to pick from one of 2 players, Marco and Terma. Then in the second version, they added 2 female characters, Eri and Phil. Then they started adding more characters in later versions, like Trevor, Nadia, and Ralph and Clark from the King of Fighters. The game is really fun to play with another friend, but unfortunately it only allows up to 2 players at a time, which is understandable because there is not a lot of loot to fight over and sometimes there could be a lot going on in the screen and players would easily lose focus and get distracted. And in my opinion, it probably would not be that fun having more than 2 players playing at a time because the game would be done very quickly. As for what consoles the game is available, well, I first started playing the game at the arcades. Then, due to its popularity, the game was later released on PlayStation consoles, and there is a couple of versions that I know of that were released on Xbox 360. You could also get version 1 to X from Steam, which I think costs about $4 to $5 for the whole bundle, which I think is really not bad. Plus, the game really doesn't require much to run on a PC. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you like it. Please leave your comments, suggestions below, and like and share our video for more. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel. And I'll see you guys soon.
Mission complete!